For the longest time, my audience has been asking me to demonstrate my style of throwing on a ballistic skull. Well, the wait is over. Just as a disclaimer, this video is just an educational experiment. And here's the old noggin. I picked this up from the Ballistics Dummy Lab. These things aren't cheap, but I've made my audience wait long enough. I want to say I'm not the first guy out on YouTube who has done these types of tests. They have been done by other knife throwers as well. But we all don't share the same audience and we don't all have the same styles. A lot of people question the power that is in knife throwing, and I have done tests in the past with knife throwing power versus stabbing, and every time it appears that the throw is more powerful on a consistent basis. So let's quit motor mouthing and get on to the testing. I'm going to use my Ned Foss Black Phoenix. I've got this tied to a tree. It's got a little bit of give to it. I want to kind of give as much of a realistic movement setup as possible. Woo! Take a look at that, my friends. Absolute full entry into the ballistic skull. Regardless of what I do with some of the rest of my throws, that one throw in that one part of the skull in and of itself shows you what throwing something like this can do. Ooh, ouch. Fell off, it went through the jaw. Let's put it in slow-mo. It actually didn't go through the jaw, it just sliced the whole mouth area. Oh, that would hurt. It went through the eye here, and it's pretty much easy to pull out because when it hit the ground, it knocked the blade loose, but you can see the damage that it went beyond and did there. These throws and some of the falls that this ballistic skull has taken has already halfway done this skull in, so I'm just going to flip it over on the other side that it didn't get hit on, and I'm just going to do some up close throws for you to see. Through the rest of the skull and against the tree. One more time, a little lower. So friends, the skull don't stand a chance. The last throw not only went through the untainted part of the skull, but it's all the way through this thing. You can see it went all the way through that. When you're working with a ballistic skull like this, your very first shot is what matters the most, because once you crack this thing, it's slightly compromised and it's going to fall apart easier at that point. I tried to throw at areas that were untouched, and that's why I didn't do but so many throws in this video. But like I said before, it was that first shot that really settles the deal with the entire video and the test. You know, over these last few years, I've had a lot of people throwing some shade my way on various platforms, you know, questioning the legitimacy and the power in this art form. Now, I want to say this. I don't see combat knife throwing as some kind of primary combative. Some people think the idea of it is stupid, and obviously every knife thrower would tell you not to throw away your only knife. I'm just saying, in a battle situation, an ambush of some sort, this art form is still extremely dangerous and formidable. Now, I don't believe any throwing knife would do the trick. It's got to be something with some weight and power. Now I want to show you something regarding wood. Now this log round here is fairly aging, but it's still got some durability to it. But look how deep this knife went into this log round. Well, log rounds are tough, and this knife went even deeper into the skull, and that shows you the durability of wood. I've been waiting a long time to say this, and I'll say it. I rest my case. I don't consider this some sort of first world combative, but I do want to put to rest a lot of crazy comments that have come my way, at the same time, and most importantly, add value to my audience. If combat knife throwing was to be a thing, it would need to be with an adequate blade, and I think most of your combat knives fit that bill. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.